So how does the coronavirus actually work? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Anwar Yusuf Dunbar. Please like this video, please share it, please subscribe to my channel. Well, I made a video about where the virus came from. Right now it's wreaking havoc in our country and in our economy. And I wanted to say a few words about how the virus actually works. And so when I was looking for that article on whether or not the virus was man-made, I found another article about how the virus works entitled "Scientists Figure Out How New Coronavirus Breaks into Human Cells." And this was written by Stephanie Pappas. And so I'm just going to read the main points, and I'm going to leave the article in the description box below. So if you go back to my previous videos on the coronavirus, I showed a diagram of a viral particle fusing with a cellular membrane. So what happens with viruses is that you have an animal cell like this, and the viral particle is like maybe this big, and it comes on like this, and it fuses with the cell membrane, opens up the cell membrane of this animal cell, and it basically injects in its own genetic material so that it can replicate and create other viral particles or whatever else it wants to create. And so in the paper, and you know what, there's been a main image of the coronavirus that I've been showing in my videos, which is basically a sphere with a number of spikes coming out of it. And when I looked at that picture, I said, wow, that's a beautiful image. That's a very compelling picture. That's a very compelling structure. And it turns out that the structure of the virus was actually mapped, or it was characterized. And the scientists used something called cryo-electron microscopy. And that's in the article. I'm not going to read this verbatim, but it turns out that the virus has these spikes protruding from the spherical capsule, and it has a grabber, which is called the receptor binding domain. And this receptor binding domain, it hooks onto the host cell, and it has something called a cleavage site. So once it hooks on to this host cell, it has a cleavage site which is able to open up the cell membrane and inject in its genetic material. The hook part of the spike had evolved to target a receptor on the outside of human cells called the ACE2 cells, the angiotensin converting enzyme, to receptors, which are involved in blood pressure regulation. So that's how the virus does what it does. It has those are spikes that are on the outside of the capsule, and they have a hook, and they have a receptor binding domain, which is responsible for opening up the cell membrane of the host cell. You know, again, there's a tremendous amount of research going on now to understand the virus, and to understand what its structure is, how it works, and how it binds. And this information is very, very valuable because one strategy is to create a vaccine which will basically increase the body's natural defenses against the virus. And then another strategy is to create a molecule or a drug of some sort which can block the virus from binding to the cell. So this information is very, very valuable on the immunological side and also on the pharmacological side as well. So there's a tremendous amount of research going on right now, in addition to the public health efforts to protect us against this coronavirus. If you want to learn some more about basic research, I'm going to leave that blog post in the description box below as well. I wrote a blog post on what the basic sciences are and what basic research is, which will give you a feel for how much work is going into solving this virus and figuring out how to protect human health against it. In any case, I'm going to stop this video here. Please like this video, please share it, and please subscribe to my channel. Please leave any questions or comments in the comment section below. And always remember that your attitude determines your altitude. Take care, and I'll talk to you the next time. Bye-bye.